It's your favorite cousin's favorite cousin, favorite cousin's cousin. Welcome to the Trap House, cousins. I've been talking all day and not talking all at the same time. It's been a beautiful thing. I hope that you guys enjoyed the Reiki and meditation if you are on Patreon, Reiki and Black Church if you are on Patreon, Black Church if you are on the collective. And then by the time you see this, you'll be able to go listen to the full moon in Scorpio recording, which will be occurring in a couple of days on April 23rd. This is the final week of Mercury retrograde. Bye-bye, buddy. Bye-bye. It's been fun. Holla back. Hope that you learned whatever you needed to learn from Freddie. That you allowed whatever chaos that may have ensued to do that, because all it was trying to do was shake it loose. We just talked about that on the full moon in Scorpio recording. Sometimes in order for you to actually change, in order for things to actually change, you will have to shake everything loose. Everything will have to be shaken loose. You can't just get rid of one person or get rid of one item. You will have to get rid of everything. If you got an item from that person, you will have to let go of the item so that you can just disconnect the entire attachment, so there can be a continuance in the ascension and the breakthrough. Some Trapstrology of the week. Today the moon is in Libra. This would be a good day to activate your new information centers or go learn something greater in depth of something that you've been studying, connecting with like-minded individuals that will water the fruits of your future. Tomorrow the moon will be void, then it will be in Libra. The growth of the energy into the Scorpio full moon will be amongst us. Take note of your emotions and do not act on them just yet. Remember, full moons, new moons, 3 days before, 3 days after. You can feel the energy, you can work with the energy. It's up to you. We are finally out of eclipse season. If you want to manifest set intentions, eclipse season really should have brought some things to the surface that you don't even feel like you need to do any rituals of release right now. You just need to continue to allow yourself to be pulled apart, re-put together. Let your puzzle pieces be scattered about, and then gather them in the correct fashion. Tuesday, the moon will be void, and then it will be in Scorpio, and this will be our full moon in Scorpio. What part of the growth process has served you and served your purpose, but now it has reached a death in your catalyst? Let it go. Make sure you go check out the full moon in Scorpio recording. I don't want to talk too much about it. I'm sure it'll come through the cards, because that's how it always goes. But go check that out to see how it more so connects with you. I also encourage you to either book a basement session on the website, or you can book a full Trapstrology report. Everything is discounted through 429. They are all half price. So that's a deal in a deal, that you'll be able to access this recording for the rest of your life. Because astrology is not something that you learn one time. You don't learn your sun, your moon, your rising, your Neptune, the degree point, the housing system. You don't learn those things one time or overnight, and then that's it. It's something that you apply to the rest of your life for the rest of your life. Like, oh wow, I know because I have Mercury 10th house, Leo, that this is the type of car I may drive, or that this is the type of insurance I should have, or whatever. You will apply it for the rest of your life. So getting the feather in your cap now is just a bonus point. Wednesday, the moon will also be in Scorpio. We may be feeling more liberated than we have previously felt all year. The emergence of the sarcophagus from eclipse season into the new phase of our life. Remember, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is the catacombs, death, rebirth, Osiris energy. And know that Osiris is the eternal energy. Osiris lives eternally, forever. Just maybe left the physical, but still was able to move among the universe with eternal knowledge, consciousness, understanding, and ability. So if you feel like you've been stuck or dead, or things just have not been working out the way that you want them to under this Scorpio full moon transit, you may be feeling a lot more liberated and energetic. Thursday, the moon will be in Scorpio. Remember that it's always easy to be the victim, but you want to stop on Thursday and look and see, but how did I contribute to this? How did I get here? How did I get here? Not because my mama and them said this and my sister did that and that bitch put a hex on me and that nigga left me. No. How did I get here? What did I do to allow myself to get here and then get back in the driver's side? Also, that'll be the final day of Mercury retrograde until we have another Mercury retrograde in, I think it's July. Friday, the moon will be in Sagittarius. Leave behind the approval and validation of other people. You have to depend heavily upon your own accolades, your own faith, your own opinion, your own understanding, and truthfully understand that everyone's happiness is dependent upon their own level and measurement of success. And if eclipse season taught you nothing else, I hope that it taught you what you value, what you deem as necessary, what is inconvenient for you, what you're willing to pay for convenience, what, is directly aligned with you and with your purpose and your potential, and not with the rest of the world. And hell, half the time the world don't even know what they want anyway. The world don't know what they're trying to do. The world has always been misled by the world stage. So don't let that impact who you are trying to become. It's going to be some realization. It's our main focus of the week. Realization as we walk through this keyhole of opportunity into the gateways and pathways of our future. Giving gratitude to eclipse season, giving gratitude to retrograde for coming, but then being very applicable in those lessons that came through with it. Where there's a will, there's a way. You see, she's standing in between all the moon phases. Because in order for any of the moon phases to work in your life, you have to be the key that allows them to work in your life. We talked about that a couple of days ago about Simba too. In order for your ancestors to work for you, then you got to be doing some work. Self-love is another energy focus for this full moon week. And that's something we talked about on Black Church today, is when a child falls from grace, when a child falls from the womb, they need to be nurtured and they need to be pampered and loved on. And if they are not, then they may suffer from some sort of neurosis or mental or physical failure or obstacles sometime later in life. And if you are an orphan, if you are someone who has been having to reparent yourself throughout your entire journey of life, this eclipse season could have been very volatile for you as you are coming back to self. So you have to be very nourishing of yourself at this time. Just as a baby needs to be held and coddled and nourished and loved on and kissed on for the first year or so of its life, the same may be true for some of you as you are settling into this new skin, into this new position, into this new phase of confidence in your life too. So be gentle with yourself on that journey. Chakra spaces, sacral space, completion. She's in the graveyard. Pluto, Scorpio, even Mars, because Mars is the warrior killing people. there's some wars. There's gonna be some victims of war, prisoners of war sometimes as well, but it's at a series of completion. That's what full moons always are. The completion, the end of a phase. The moon is at its brightest, biggest culmination that it's been in the entire journey of its process, and it's now at the full completion. So there may be some revelations, there may be some happenings, there may be some occurrences that bring everything to an end. It's still in the sacral chakra. Completion and guilt. You can't feel bad for these things finalizing. You can't feel bad for leaving people behind. You can't feel, talked about that on the full moon Scorpio. You can't feel bad for shaking it all loose and realizing, oh shit, you can't come with me. If I take you with me, I'm going to repeat this cycle unnecessarily. Completion. Here's a warm and cheerful energy that brings calm to an ending, making it poignant, not sad. Something is taking place outside of your comfort zone, so step into the emotional grace of completion. There is no drama here, only resolution. And although it's a graveyard and funerals can be sad, the fact that now you know that you have a warrior on the other side that is untouchable, that has direct access to infinite knowledge and expertise and abilities and capabilities should be enough solace and reconfirmation for you to go on. Guilt. This card indicates deep caring and protection from emotional hurt through standing strong in your emotions. There is a great inner resolve here. Once your mind is made up, you can see when others have tried to manipulate you. Reclaim your life. On this card, this girl is ironing her clothes, ironing this girl's clothes. Meanwhile, the person's clothes who she's ironing is back there drunk. They have the ability to take care of themselves, but you will never know what they can do or how they can take care of themselves if they are always leaning upon you and you just trying to have a halo. Meanwhile, that's going to turn into a crown of thorns. your loyalty gonna turn into some slavery, and you got to learn when and how to draw the line. Well, Most High God and Goddess, spirits, ancestors, what are the energies for the collective? Thank you. So we're moving in our sacral spaces this week. We're allowing things to end. Final nails and coffins. Returning to the womb and pathway of potential through rebirth. And we ain't feeling guilty for doing it, because we realize that we deserve that. Stay focused and remember why you started. We're not feeling guilty because we remember why we started. We're allowing some things to come to completion because we remember how we started or why we started. If you were in school and you graduated and you completed the program, and just because you completed it, you felt guilty because you had some friends who did not complete the program, so they will not be graduating. Do you think the school is going to let you stay there? No. They're going to send you on your journey because you had the correct realization, and you're going to evolve, and you're going to go to the next level, and you're going to hopefully see your friends there on the next time. But if you don't, oh well, you can't feel guilty about that. You have to remember why you started and stay focused on that. He got that sun behind his head, which is also that sacral chakra energy color. Everything's at 4 degrees. When we get to the full moon opposite Taurus in 4 degrees, remember why you started. Remember why you're doing what you're doing, not why they did what they did. Don't get dismantled. Don't get distraught or distracted because people are going to make you feel some type of way, because now you're loving yourself in a whole nother way. I'm telling you, when you love yourself correctly, or when you are being loved correctly, that's the biggest threat to people who lack that. The truth. The entire full moon Scorpio recording is about accessing the truth within you, applying the truth within you, not the truth of the world, not everybody else's truth. When you believe your truth and you don't feel guilty because you're speaking your truth, and you realize that, oh, there is a will and a way through my truth, not through the one truth of the world, that if I have to sacrifice and hustle and over communicate and over dedicate and over worry myself into certain things, that's not my truth. That's not my truth. I've now come to completion with that. I've allowed those things to die within me. And I realize that in just getting in direct position and alignment, loving myself correctly, focusing intently, then I am going to align with the outcome that I'm surveying for. Is a whole new awakening. The emperor has returned to the throne. Told y'all, by Thursday, you may be feeling a lot more free. You may be feeling a lot more like, oh no, I know who I am. Let me reassess myself. Let me readjust my crown. My crown's been tilting. Some of y'all took the complete crown off. You didn't forget who you were, but now you putting the crown back on and you putting it to the tip. And what number is it, y'all? 4. 4. Because the structure, the home, the 4 walls, even 4 is a number of Saturn, because Saturn is 4 walls, and your compass and square, and not allowing your current situations or whatever oddballs that people may try to send to you to dismantle you or derail you or throw you off your shit, but instead you cling more and more to your ability to die and rebirth and evolve and transform and then apply and repeat, because that's what life is all about. That's why kings are who they are, because they know how to go to war. They know how to be guided, go to war, win the war, be protected in the war, win the war, and then repeat and do it all over again. Teach their son how to do the same thing. Teach their daughter how to do the same thing, and then repeat and repeat and repeat. But in order for you to retrieve the throne, you have to first realize who you are. And we're done playing the fool. We done playing dummy. Okay, we're done shrinking ourselves or hiding away from ourselves or pretending like we didn't know that we was that great. That's gone. Intuition is being heightened. We're having a grand trine in the fixed signs. I think it's going to be Scorpio, Taurus, and Aquarius that on the 23rd. That's outdated energy to doubt yourself, to constantly doubt yourself, or to doubt your downloads, or to doubt your possibilities or your capabilities. Trusting your intuition, trusting your opportunities, realizing you are unparalleled, not a stain on you, not a stain on you. Repentance. I've had conversations with my higher self, which it showed me that my higher self was basically recommunicating back to my younger self was communicating to my higher self, and my higher self was like, yo, somebody needs to get her because she's about to sabotage the shit that y'all was dreaming about. Y'all finally attained it, and she's getting ready to sabotage it, all because she's in her feelings, all because she's not allowing herself to mature and modify and be stretched. And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to let your past, present, future selves all have a meeting and help you to understand what needs to be done, what needs to be let go of, so that you can be what needs to be surrendered to, which is going to be the next card I pulled from, and so that you do not sabotage yourself. Everything that you have worked for or waited on is here. It's within reach. It's one vibrational pattern away. And if you give up now, if you shit on yourself now, if you piss down your leg now, then you're going to sacrifice and sabotage everything that you've already sacrificed for. Surrender messages. Surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. Main focus of the week in our sacral space. Not feeling guilty because we're seeing things for who they are. We're taking things not at face value, but because that we've been taking notes on patterns. And because now we've been taking notes or pattern notes, now we understand that, oh, I've been treating you like family and I should have been treating you like squalor. Surrender to rest and sleep. To prevent burnout, slow down, honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep to rejuvenate your mind, body, and spirit. You're going to be feeling sleepy under the full moon energy anyway. If you're not already feeling it, you will be. Surrender to receiving support and love. Allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off you and simultaneously nurture you. This is also a trauma response. When you're like, oh no, I can just do it on my own. I'm not going to ask anybody for help. Oh no, I'm used to doing it on my own. Let that come to a point of completion this week. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to lean upon your community, the community that will lean upon you within a heartbeat. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power and let others come to you. Facts. I feel like this entire year has proven that to me, which I already knew to be true, but it's proven it to me over and over again. If you knew how powerful your mind was, you would never have a negative thought again. And if you knew that every intention that you've ever spoken or written was going to come to you eventually, you would never doubt your power again. And then you would never play small again either. So get out of your own way. Lay down. Take a nap. Take a rest. And know that things are going to still be working out in your favor the way that they should. Pull some final energies for the Trapstrology of the week. Emperor again, y'all. Number 4. And he's sitting on Mars. Mars, life purpose, potential, life force energy. Could also be sacral energy. Got the Aries Ram behind him. Are you responding to the vibration that you are emitting out to the universe, or do you keep changing your vibration? You keep changing your request, and then you're mad that the universe can't meet you where you are. Use your life force energy. Assert your position on the throne. Look at your vantage point this week. Determine the level and the direction of which it is that you wish to travel in, and then be okay with that because it's yours. No one can tell you anything different. The devil. Cut ties to the lower vibrations, cut ties to outdated vibrations in relationships. We're talking about on the Black Church being connected to only your root chakra vibrations, your sex, your money, The tangible efforts, the things that you can see and touch, is not going to get you into the gates of heaven, which resides in between your two eyes, which is the state of your mind. So release the things that may be even having a demonic or devilish attachment to you in that fashion, because you are your devil. You are your devil. You are your God. So what are you allowing yourself to be slave to, addicted to, victim to this week? Let that be the end of it. That's also some Scorpio energy. The devil is Scorpio energy. It's the number 15. 5 minus 1 is 4. The sun. Let the sun shine in. Let there be a brand new. Can you feel a brand new day? You can. And you don't have to feel guilty for letting there be a brand new day. The sun, I don't know if the sun is setting or if the sun is coming back up. But regardless, you don't have to feel guilty or slave. You see how she's chained to that fucking ironing board? Because you're allowing your life to change. You're allowing your dream life to unfold. And no longer being betrayed by the people who are closest to you or by the places that you have previously set up camp. You don't feel guilty now because you see, oh shit, I saw you for who you were. If I can see you for who you are, then I can start treating you accordingly. I can start putting my boundaries in place. I can let you get ate up by the alligator in my moat because I now see that you don't even need to be over here. I was trying to protect you, but you don't even need to be over here. And you can't feel guilty about that, about asserting your position on the throne. So this concludes the Trapstrology for the week, y'all. Have a great one. Have a great full moon. Have a great final few days of Mercury retrograde. Even if you were not able to feel the direct effects of the Jupiter-Uranus connection, it's something that will pan out for a few weeks, months, days. So be in position. Be ready to be ready. And y'all have a good one. I will talk to you later. Holla back.